Hello movie lovers and welcome to CML Theater Movie Review, home of independent films. Listen, right, this movie remind me of a good old classic shows that I used to watch back then when I was young. If you're familiar with The Twilight Zone or The Outer Limits, then this is your movie. But if you ain't watched those shows, then I advise you to move on. The Witching. This movie was directed by Corey Norman, written by, it's a lot of writers, my goodness, because it is a lot of different stories. But it was written by Michelle Davidson, Jesse David Ng, Sean Lee, Patrick Rea, and Calvin Weaver. I really enjoyed this movie because usually when you watch movies where, you know, the story is being told in a certain way, because like I love movies like Tales from the Dark Side from back in the day. And I also love The Outer Limits because they had something that most shows didn't have. It was unique but creepy at the same time. But the movie starts off with these podcasters that go out into these woods to, you know, do their podcast. And they happen to do a podcast around an area where a witch died at, where a witch was killed in Wakewood. What was it? Wakewood, like woods or something like that?
Yes.
Something like that. So they go out there and they tell the scary stories. Now the scary stories that they telling, sorry y'all, because I'm like, the scary stories that they telling, they're actually showing. And I'm not gonna lie to you, some of these stories will creep you the fuck out. It'll make your hair stand up on your skin. But it wasn't really scary to me. It was just creepy as hell. If I had a favorite one, my favorite one was the guy that worked at the radio station. That was my favorite one because he was a skeptic, you know. He did not believe, you know, in God or the devil or none of that. But then he ended up getting this mysterious woman because she's like a psychic, so she ends up coming to his show, and he was just like basically taunting her, you know, saying that, you know, if you listen, you just like me, you know, we day-to-day people, we just at work or whatever. And he gets a phone call. The phone call he got, the first person got, phone call from God. That was funny. But every time he say, oh my goodness, well, if you're really God, this must be my lucky day. He said, I highly doubt that. And he started laughing at him. So next thing you know, he started talking to the devil. Then the devil told him the same thing when he mentioned the same thing. I can't really spoil this movie because this movie has different stories and different tones. But that's what I liked about it. It was something unique. Like I said, it reminds me of Tales from the Dark Side mixed with The Outer Limits. And I just love how they did this. And I thought it was awesome. And plus, you know how podcasts, if you watch podcasts on YouTube, you definitely can relate to that if you like podcasts. And I like the way they did that. I thought that was unique. And first, let's get this movie a rating, shall we?
I give this movie a big ass smiley face. Oh, yeah.
And I'd like to give a huge shout out to all the to the directors and also the writers for this unique movie, because this was something unique and it's something that I did not expect going into. But like I said, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought this movie was pretty good and it got my fair rating, so that's pretty good as well. What else can I say? Oh, don't forget to look out for my other video about me breaking down my rating system, because I know a couple of y'all just think that I give everything a big ass smiley face, but my big ass smiley faces even have a certain rating to it as well. So I want y'all to understand that. You can check the Witching out on Amazon Prime. You can watch it for free, or you can rent it if you don't have Prime. You can also rent it as well. But like I said, I thought the movie was pretty good. It didn't disappoint me. I really enjoyed it. I love a good ghost story. That's what's up. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what you think about The Witching, because I told you what I thought about it. It got my fair rating, and I enjoyed it. Fair, good, you know, creepy film. And I liked it. And to all my movie lovers, I love you.